Hi Scorpio, welcome. So Scorpio, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to start with the general messages and then I'm going to go into the you versus them love reading. My readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever you find this, it's for you. And I also trust the law of attraction to bring those who will be most resonant with this message to hear it. So let's see, Scorpio, what we have coming through for you. Whoop, there we go. You have the card of the semi-sextile. This is all about growth and your evolution. It's also a very prosperous energy, so I'm loving this for you. It also talks about getting into allowance mode, right? Receptive mode. So it's almost saying, you know, the more that you can get into a space of receiving, the faster that of which you want will come towards you. And this is encouraging you to see the potentials, to have faith. Not so much an action-oriented energy as it is a faith-based energy. It's also about your intuition and hope. And this card talks about the reward, right? And I'm also getting the term intrinsic reward. So for some of you, there might be an intrinsic reward on the table for you, especially for my do-gooding, is that a word? My do-gooders, my Scorpios that are out here trying to make a difference, trying to make a change, whether that be in your own life or the life of the people that you're touching. There's like an opportunity here to be that for yourself and for others, and also an opportunity to get rewarded potentially from the universe. But I always say what you give out comes back to you anyways. So if you're giving goodness, goodness shall be returned to you, right? If you're a generous person, then you're going to run into generous people that are going to give back to you. That's also part of law of attraction and really understanding that. So let's get into it, Scorpio, and see. I love the beginning of this. Let's see what else is going on for my Scorpios. You have the card of harmony, card number 10. Okay, those want to come out. And then you also have the card of control, the card of integration, and the card of exhaustion. So I think this is really interesting if you look at it, because you have two cards here of like goodness and going with the flow, abundance, right? And then you have two cards here of kind of the opposite energy. Very rigid, very controlling energy, and exhaustion, mental and physical and spiritual exhaustion. So I feel like there needs to be some more balance brought to the scene here, Scorpio, or, you know, finding your own rhythm in this, okay? Harmony is talking about, you know, exactly that, going into a space of harmony, peace, balance, but you're not going to do it through the form of control. Whether that be controlling outside circumstances, controlling other people or other people's behaviors. That's not how you're going to get to this space of harmony and flow. It's actually the opposite. It's in the relinquishing of that of which you cannot control, which is pretty much anything outside of yourself. It's actually letting go and letting God, as some would say, or getting into receptive mode that's going to bring about this harmony, this peace, this reward. It's also about working in tandem with other people and like integrating your talents with others' talents. You're not in this game alone, Scorpio, although sometimes you may wish that you were. You know, I know a lot of Scorpios love to be introverts. And me, myself, I like to introvert as well. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart, but this is more so about partnering up though with other people, working with other people. And yet there's exhaustion here. So you might actually find that quite exhausting when you're not going with the flow. So say you're working with another person or your partner or other people, and you're trying to push something or control the situation. It's going to completely exhaust you and really super fast. Vice versa, if you just kind of pull back a little bit, Scorpio, and let others be who they be, right? And then maintain your sense of who you really are, maintain your sense of harmony, then things actually will, in a weird way, come together perfectly, and maybe even better. In fact, it will come out better than if you were to force some sort of outcome or behavior. So that's really where the key to what you want is. Let's go further though and see what else for Scorpio. What else does Scorpio need to know? What else for my Scorpios? Nine of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. I am not tired. I don't know where that yawn came from. My energy must be shifting. So I'm going to get one more though. Or two. Three of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so the Nine of Swords to me can be a very stressful, anxious energy. But it's falling next to the Seven and then the Nine of Pentacles, which is about, the Seven of Pentacles is about staying focused on the task at hand or whatever's in front of you, Scorpio. And then, you know, kind of reaching for your goals, kind of going at things alone. I'm just so bored. I'm just so bored right now. I cannot even stand it, guys. And I can't tell, like, where this is coming from. All of a sudden, okay, I'm just going to go with it because I feel like this has, is this how you're feeling? I don't know. Are you so bored with me right now? Or are you just feeling bored in general? But all of a sudden, I just want to, like, throw the cards down and be like, I'm just done, you know? Like, I'm so bored with the same old. And I keep hearing the song, I'm so sick of that same old love. So I don't know if you feel like throwing in the towel on something, or you're getting bored with something, or you're getting bored at work. But it's literally coming through the reading in the most interesting way that I was in the middle of explaining these and I was like, oh, forget it. And yeah, because I feel boring. Let's get to the meat of this, okay? And again, this could be just how you're feeling in general, or maybe how you were just feeling just now, but be kind. I feel like I just feel so unimpressed right now. I feel unimpressed. I feel understimulated. I feel a bit of a slight exhaustion coming through. And yet this persevering energy, like you're pushing through it anyways. You're persevering through this anyways. Because you really want, you know, something to work, right? Or you really have something in mind that you're wanting to see growth in. But I also feel like you're almost pushing yourself too fast, you know, too far too fast is what I'm feeling. And that it's actually making the energy feel a little bit more dense than it should, Scorpio. And I'm also feeling this up in the air type of vibe. Like, should I reach for my goals, or should I work together with these people or this person? You know, and I feel like you just kind of need a little bit more time to think about this or to consider this before making any decisions, because the energy to me feels a little back and forth, okay? And I always tell people, until you're certain, until it's a hell yes, don't take action, you know, especially if it's a big change or a big move, or, you know what I mean? Like, wait until you're an absolute certainty, or at least 89% there. You know what I mean? I feel you're still 50-50. Okay, so then you have the Hierophant here. I probably should have just stopped the reading there, but I feel like just channeling, to be honest with you, and I feel like that there's a reason that happened, so I'm gonna keep it. Queen of Swords, the Tower and the Wheel. Yeah, I feel like there's a strong desire here, Scorpio, to like mix something up, to mix it up. You know, getting bored of the routine, or maybe following somebody else's routine, because you do like to go to the beat of your own drum, you know, and sometimes like the conventional job or the conventional life isn't quite for you, Scorpio. In fact, oftentimes it's not. You know, you tend to be a wanderer, an adventurer. So this is just like things to give thought to, right? Some of you have maybe felt down on your luck, but your luck is getting ready to change. And that part I saw very clearly at the beginning of the reading. Like there is a lot of potential here and potential growth and a reward here. And I keep getting to do the right thing, you know. But what is the right thing, I guess? That's the question, right? Because I think all of us have slightly different definitions of what's right and what's wrong for us as individuals. But each of us have our own unique emotional guidance system. So how do you know what's right for you and what's wrong for you? How do you feel? Ask yourself, how does this make me feel when I say these words or when I do this action? How does it make me feel? Do I feel free or do I feel trapped? Do I feel happy or do I feel sad? You know, and play around with it, Scorpio. The better feeling thought is the one you want to follow. And although I think it's good to bounce ideas off of people outside of us, nobody has the same emotional compass as us. You know, we all each have our own unique pathways. And that's why nobody can tell anybody what the right best thing for anybody else is. You can only go within for those answers. And every major spiritual and religious teacher will tell you that the answer is within. So ask yourself, like, how does this make me feel when I think about what do I need to mix up? What pathway is the correct pathway for me? Where do I see myself going? And also, there is divine timing here as well. So for some of you, the reason why, like, you know, you haven't come to a decision or something hasn't panned out quite just yet is because the timing is still not there or not ready. But I feel the timing is coming, Scorpio, or will be here relatively soon. And I'm actually getting the number 3, so next 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, something of that nature. So let's see what else. Yeah, Ace of Wands, 3 of Wands, and the Sun, 9 of Cups. So this isn't the traditional meaning that I would usually get from this, but nothing about this reading is traditional to me. Like I tried to start the reading by like going through each of the cards and explaining them. And then I was like, nah, I'm just going to do it my way, which is more so freestyle. And maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you're trying to go about something like in a traditional or a rigid way. And it's like, no, you just got to go about it your way. Freestyle this, Scorpio. There's no right answer here. There's also no wrong answer. I do feel a little bit of escapism when it comes to dealing with your feelings, though, especially around hurt feelings in regards to relationship or a specific relationship. And so I say, you know, don't dwell, Scorpio, but soothe that emotion, right? Some of you are, there's a difference between like escaping an emotion versus, you know, just letting yourself feel it and then move away from it. Because escapism has denial involved and acceptance has truth involved. So you just have to accept sometimes the way that you feel and how the reality is in order for you to move on. But to deny a reality and then also deny how you feel will not allow you to move on. And there is a big difference in those two things. So there is some sort of, there's something to move past when it comes to your heart space as well during this time frame. But I feel you being very passionate and very motivated to achieve your goal or the sense of happiness here. And there's success coming through. You have 1, 2, 3 cards of success. And I was getting a song, you could do it, put your back into it. That's probably not, that's not a very inspirational song, but you know what I mean? Like, you can accomplish anything that you give your focus to, Scorpio. So no fear of failure showing up here. This is all about your success, you achieving your goals, you connecting with your happiness, finding yourself again, and finally soothing and or allowing yourself to accept something and peacefully let it go. So there's a lot going on here, a lot on the table for you. They're encouraging you to mix it up, especially if you're getting bored. You don't have to go about things in the traditional way, Scorpio, for things to work out for you. You can go your own way. So let's see what the guidance has to say, and then we're gonna go into the you versus them love reading. You have card number 48. I intend to see the best in everyone. You can never consistently motivate anybody to anything, but when you see the best of them and you go over to where your version of the best of them is, and you align with that and offer one signal, now you are part of the inspiration you see. Have you ever had that experience yourself when someone sees you and loves you and expects the best of you? Do you not shine in ways you've never shined before? And do you not find it really hard to shine when another does not look for the best in you? Reverse this, because you are doing the same for others. Very interesting. Okay, Scorpio, we're going to go to the love reading now. So I'm going to clean these cards up and I'll be right back. Stay right there. I'll see you in just a second. Welcome back. All right, Scorpio, now we're going to go into the love reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's go. You have card number 10, We Are the World. And this person has card number 4, the Miser, which isn't my favorite energy. I don't know if you can see that. To me, this is all about completions, endings, but also a sense of connectivity to the collective, of course, but also to this person. This person has kind of a closed off energy, not kind of, a lot. This is like, to me, somebody who has their walls up, somebody who's not very open, not willing to share. Yeah, totally the miser type of energy. So that's showing up in the crowning energy of the person you may be connecting with. But let's go deeper and see. We're going to look at recent past. Then we are going to look at how you both see and feel about each other in the now. And then next steps. So let's see, Scorpio, recent past energy. You have 7 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. 6 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. Woo, there's that yawning again. My goodness. I yawned. Sorry. I yawned in your spiritual reading. I promise I got like 10 hours of sleep last night. I am not tired in the least bit. Are you tired, Scorpio? You having fatigue? Do you need a nappy nap? That or just the energy shifting, but weird. Okay, 7 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. So this is showing up in the recent past. To me, this feels like, you know, kind of keeping to yourself, you know, trying to keep a person or problems at bay. This is kind of like shutting the world out type of energy, but in a good way, I feel like, in a positive way, so that you can invest your time and energy to what's important to you, to your successes. Some of you may have taken some time away or time to yourself to process, you know, some things, or to move forward from maybe a very difficult time period or a difficult moment. All right. But overall, I feel like, you know, you actually have been, it appears, in a very good space. And it's weird that the 6 of Swords is here, and I'm actually getting another message. Hold on a second. Okay, where you're, some of you have like a fear possibly that where you're headed may not be as good as where you've been, and I heard erroneous. That's it's completely erroneous. Yeah, so I'll just leave it there. I guess what I'm getting is that's not the truth of the matter. You know, where you're headed, Scorpio, is always better because, see, you take you with you wherever you go, and your most updated version is the version of you that's living right here and right now. That is, you have your wisdom, your growth, and you're going to take that with you into the next chapter, into the wild unknown. And it definitely, you have much more in store for you than what you're leaving behind. And I don't know if you need to hear that or be reminded of that, but there you go. So let's see. I have a song coming through. She says, put a spell on you, and you won't forget me. Only one of the best singers of all time, Stevie Nicks. Yeah, so anyways, let's see what this person's recent past looks like. Two of Wands and the Ten of Cups. And maybe that's a message for you or your cross watcher, because it feels like this person is sometimes unable to see what's right in front of them or what's in their future as well. They seem to have like some backwards thinking, and or, you know, are looking to the past quite a bit, or at least in the past that's what they were doing, you know, unaware of the fact that what they have coming for them in the future is an improvement, right, to where they've been. But, you know, fear will block your blessings. So, you know, that's why not everybody experiences like the life-giving, awesome expansion and growth that they came to this planet for, because you and you alone can block, slow down, and prevent your own blessings, not your own growth. The growth is going to happen either way, but the fun along the way is very much on you, and you can absolutely block your own joy, your own love, your own light, right? And I guess I'm going into that because I feel inadvertently either you or this person has done that in the past. It may even be currently going on, but I'm feeling this in the past energy. And it's, you know, unfortunate because I feel like things could have gone a lot smoother, okay, had this person been more open to change or willing to relinquish that fear. I do see the Three of Cups here, which is about compensation. It's about coming together. It's about reconciliation. So that possibility of things working out for them was there in the past, but they couldn't see it, or they don't see it. They didn't see it. I also feel this person was heavily focused on family or some sort of family dynamic that they also had going on. So let's see, let's go into how you're perceiving each other in the now. How do you see this person in the now? There's that Three of Swords again, Nine of Pentacles, the Strength card. There's that guy again. Darn it. Why the Three of Swords? Yeah, there's some hurt feelings buried pretty deep here, Scorpio, whether it's on your end or this person's end. The Magician is here, which is interesting because it's like, Well, what I was going to say, if I took my filter off, is that you manifested that. Okay. But it may feel to you like you had nothing to do with it. But, you know, there's nothing that happens to us that we don't have some energetic part or agreement in this life. But sometimes it feels that way. And especially when it's something that we don't like, it's like, I wouldn't manifest that intentionally. And nobody said you did it intentionally. But it doesn't mean you didn't do it. You know what I mean? So there seems to be like something hurtful that happened that seems maybe one-sided, but it was two-way street. It's two-sided. Okay. And that there's like, that's what, there's a need to be the acceptance. Let me just say it. Like there needs to be an acceptance around that. Sorry, I couldn't get that out. And I was talking about that in the spiritual reading, so I think that's very interesting. It's coming back up. And I can't tell if it's acceptance on your end or this person's end, but that's what I'm feeling. Some of you, you know, felt pretty strongly about the connection, emotionally speaking, spiritually speaking, you know, and maybe it was really reaching for, or maybe are currently reaching for something better or some sort of improvement here. Others of you have kind of maybe drifted apart from this person, and now it's mostly just you kind of reaching for the best version of you at this point. So take whichever one resonates with you. Let's see this person's most likely. Why can't I talk all of a sudden? How do they see you, Scorpio? Ten of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Oh, wow. What's really interesting is I feel this person has a soft spot for the connection, Scorpio, and a lot of love towards the connection, even though sometimes it feels difficult or like it's really hard work. I think what feels difficult about it to them is like your ability to stand on your own 2 feet. That's such a weird thing. That seems like a positive to me, but for some reason this person sees that as a difficulty. Maybe because they want you to like rely on them more, or they want to be able to rely on you, and maybe they feel intimidated by that. I don't know. It's kind of a weird, it's an insecurity, to be honest with you, on this person's part. But they mean well. Like, I feel like this person has a lot of deep emotion here towards the connection. Let's go into then how you feel deeper. How do you feel? How do you feel towards this connection? The Two of Swords. Conflicted at times. Ooh. How come every time I go over to Scorpio, I yawn? The Sun. Happy time, happy in others. Conflicted at times, happy in others. Back and forth, a little bipolar going on here. And the World. Some of you really have come full circle though. Just like in general, I feel, but possibly in the connection. And yet at the same time, there's still a lot of back and forth here, or, you know, a sense of confliction is what I feel. Conflicting thoughts and emotions going on here. Like, I'm not even sure it's personal to this person. It could just be that, like, you have yourself some things that are yet to be resolved. But for some of you, yeah, it is directly related to this person. Like, that sometimes you feel very conflicted, and yet there's happiness here, you know, or was happiness in the connection, and it's confusing to me. So, can I get some clarity on that? You definitely want love and romance in your life, I feel. And some of you are ready and open for that. And, you know, again, have come full circle. So how is this person feeling then underneath it all? Towards Scorpio, the world, they've come full circle as well. There's been a karmic completion as well between the two of you. The Strength, the Eight of Swords, the Empress. For this person, it's more about like gaining their confidence back, but also taking better care of themselves. Letting go of the past, right? Letting go of maybe their own fears or insecurities that keep them closed off. Like this person is their own worst enemy when it comes to that, right? That aspect of their personality. Like sometimes they can't even see how they get in their own way, but they are definitely getting in their own way. Sometimes this person even, I don't want to say that. Okay, I'm just going to say, sometimes this person plays the victim. You know, but it's self-imposed. Like some of what they're going through is self-imposed. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like they're a bad person or anything. I'm not here to say good, bad, whatever. I'm just telling you what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling right there. So let's go into most likely outcomes. They do want to be a softer version of themselves, though, Scorpio. That's what they're being guided to do. Six of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. What's most important to you? That's the question of the hour. For a lot of you, it's children, stability, family. And yet sometimes you get sucked into overthinking this, or, you know, your own shadow tendencies where maybe you want to wall off and introvert. But there's a potential opportunity here to grow past that, Scorpio, or to have some growth around that. And I'm also getting the term self-realization. You know, kind of like taking a look at oneself and how you're contributing, because I heard you're contributing mightily to your life, but how you're personally contributing to either the good or the bad that you're experiencing in your connection, but also in your life experience. Because it is only until you make the connection between your thoughts and your emotions and what manifests, then your life doesn't truly begin until you make that connection. It is only until you make that connection that life can truly begin for you. In religion, they would call that, you know, the mind, the Holy Spirit, you know, the Trinity. But in spirituality, it is the mind, the emotion, and the vibration you set forth, which is what manifests the life experience you have. And it's so powerful to understand that. But I feel, you know, outside of that very deep and spiritual message, there is like an established connection showing up here, or connections, that's going to help ground you, Scorpio. And also, you know, someone from the past here maybe also showing up or have something to do with this. Okay, and then they're also wanting to highlight family and children here. So let's see this person's most likely outcome. Two of Pentacles. There's that song again. Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Swords. So I also feel like this person is, you know, also in this space where they are kind of vacillating back and forth, but I feel them more leaning towards, you know, this energy of working together. And this person may seem like, oddly enough, like very distant or aloof, but in actuality I feel a lot of emotion here. And I feel a desire for this person to express their emotions so that things can move forward. So ultimately, I think that they are looking for an answer. They're looking for a compromise here, Scorpio, or a way to work together to move things forward, because there is genuine love here. And there's some things for this person to work out internally as well, needing to open up more and be less of the miser. But it's a process for them. But I feel them coming to the space where they are wanting to open themselves up to love, to connection, to moving forward. So let's see what the guidance is for my Scorpio. Says, card number 24, others' opinions are less important than my personal guidance system. You did not intend to use the opinion of others to measure against your beliefs, desires, or actions in order to determine the appropriateness of them. Instead, you knew and still remembered long after you were born that it was the relationship between the opinion or knowledge of the source within you and your current thoughts in any moment that would offer you your perfect guidance system in the form of your emotional responses. Listen to your emotions. Ooh, wasn't that what I was just talking about? Woo! All right, Scorpio, we're going to leave it there for now. Very interesting reading. Zodiac signs you may be connecting with or have in your own birth chart. I have Taurus, I have Leo. Oh my god, why do I keep yawning? Oh my gosh, maybe I do need a nap. I don't know. I have Virgo, I have Capricorn. I have Leo again, Pisces. Leo again. I have Libra up here. Those are the predominant signs I'm seeing. Keep in mind it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future content. I do have videos and content on Facebook too. Mostly vlog stuff, but I do tarot there as well. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all my social media, linked below as well as in the About section. Check me out over there. Otherwise, wishing you the very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.